Good morning. We landed here. We're in Merida, and we landed here a couple of days ago. And during that flight, quite a few of the people in chat kind of suggested that I try SayIntention. So I tried it. I liked what I found, and I did the free thing first, and then I did I got it for a month. So today we'll be using SayIntention. So that'll be a little bit different for me, and I'm bringing along Janet, the tour guide. It should be kind of entertaining. So um, we'll just have to see how everything is going. Just want to check a couple of things. That looks good. Alrighty, I think I'm good with this screen. Put you back out of the way. Alright. So running wanted to pop outside. So I got this livery from SayIntention. So I need to change the call sign, the numbers in the back. But looks pretty cool. Kind of like how it looks. So that's what we're using today. Okay, so we're running a reality expansion pack airplane. So we'll set up a little bit of fuel here. Turn on the power. Make sure the beacon's on. And turn the fuel pump on. Give me some fuel flow. Yep, that looks good. Pump back off. Go ahead and roll her over. There she goes. Give me a little more fuel. There we go. That looks good. Okay, taxi lights on. Avionics on. Let the plane start up here with the the MFD light turned on. And so, alrighty. So need to get to ATIS. So set COM 1 standby 127.900.
COM 1 standby set to 127.9er.
Okay.
Departures contact clearance delivery on 121.8. Advise on initial contact. You have information November. Aeropuerto Internacional Manuel Crescencio Region. Information November. 1353 Zulu. Wind 110 at 11. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, few at 2600 feet. Temperature 32. Dew point 26. QNH 1019er. Arriving and departing runways 1018. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 121.8. Advise on initial contact. You have information November. Aeropuerto Internacional Manuel Crescencio Region. Information November. 1353 Zulu. Wind 110 at 11. Visibility 10.
Okay. So the information was November, and so I'm going to put in a flight plan. What are we doing here? MD to CP. So enter that. CP. So that's where we're headed. Okay, I think I got everything here. So it said two different frequency. So, tower Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, stay active runway.
Cessna 256 Bravo Golf, Merida Tower, runway 10 active.
Okay, 10. So 91. All right. Let's see what we got here. We got, waiting for the oil temperature to warm up a little bit, and we can be on our way. Oh, I got not sure where that went. Yeah, 304. Tower Cessna 6 Bravo Golf with information November. Ready to taxi to the active runway.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, taxi to runway 10 via Juliet 3, Juliet, Hotel 1, Hotel 2, Hotel 3, Bravo, cross runway 18 at your discretion. Contact tower when run-up is complete.
Tower Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, taxi to runway 10 via Juliet 3, Juliet, Hotel 1, Hotel 2, Hotel 3, Bravo, cross runway 18 at my discretion. Contact tower when run-up is complete. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Guess I'm good to go. Oh yeah, I gotta go over by the tractor with a mower. I haven't checked this out yet, but I gotta figure out why we got a mower parked here in the right in the taxiway. I mean, it's kind of like, really? That's kind of crazy. I have the intercom mapped, and while I'm taxiing here, I didn't want okay, let me, so I gotta cross this runway here. Well, actually, no, I gotta go this way. Yeah, I gotta go this way. Before I had to no, it's runway 10, so I gotta go up this way. Okay. So this is the whole short line. I'm gonna turn on nav lights, strobe lights, land lights, turn off taxi lights. So I'm gonna run her up and see what it looks like. Okay, that all look good. Everything here in the green, yeah, it looks that way. Okay, pull her back. About 1,000. So, well, let me look. Okay, let's back that way. So I got more than enough. Tower Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for departure.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Winds calm, runway 10, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Okay. So this is runway 10. That's the end right there, so I'll spin around here. We've been cleared for takeoff. Everything looks pretty good. Whoops. Whoops. Careful, Bill. Alright. That's lowered. Okay, try to maintain runway heading here. Ooh. A little ugly. We'll do a little orbit here. Well, actually, I can just turn. Follow runway heading a little bit. And I'll just do a turn here. I should get myself back on the get myself on course. So, wow, that's really crazy. Not sure what's going on. Oop. I want to be about 1,000, so down. I need to do some checking to. Let me pull this back a little bit. Put about 2,200 should be okay. I gotta do some checking and see if I've got something a little messed up in my Total Mexico and Sim Heaven settings. So, but this seems a little crazy that it's doing this right now. So, I mean, there's a lot of scenery here, so maybe there's something I don't have quite correctly set right, but Tower Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request flight following.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, contact Merida departure for flight following.
Okay. Com 1 standby 123.75.
Com 1 standby set to 123.75.
Center Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request flight following.
Cessna 256 Bravo Golf, Mérida Control, pass your message.
So,
Cessna 256 Bravo Golf, Mérida Control. Verify you are squawking 5217, mode Charlie.
he didn't tell me that. 5, 2, 1.
United 401, Merida Control. Good evening.
Cessna 256 Bravo Golf, Mérida Control, radar contact. 3 miles north of Mérida at 2,000 feet. Ciudad de Ma, Sirida, QNH 1017.
Okay, 305 sounds good. So I can get like a little bit lower here. So if I put on flight level change and node down. Media control, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, radar contact. Whether I need to do that or not, I'm not sure. I go to maps. Alrighty. So I turn the intercom back on. So we have Janet here. So
At our 12 o'clock, 4 kilometers out, you'll see cenote knock cenotes are natural sinkholes resulting from collapsed limestone bedrock, exposing groundwater underneath. This one is particularly lovely, like nature's own swimming pool. My friend Toby once tried to impress a girl by diving in head first, but he forgot to check the depth. Let's just say he ended up with more than just a bruised ego.
alrighty, so Janet's working again. When I did my last test flight, she didn't. When I had that on, and I thought I had to ask her, you know, to say something, but I had the when I was taking off, I turned the intercom off, and once I got to got into cruise here, I went ahead and turned it back on. So it seems like that's working. So active, destination unknown, radar contact, okay. And squawking 5217. Okay. So we'll see how it goes today. I wasn't sure about the weather, so the frames looked like way better. When I was like coming out of Merida, man, it was bad. So not so sure why, but that's okay. So we should be we got that flight level change and just letting it slowly descend down to 1,000 feet. So that'll be fine. So basically,
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, all right. Contact Merida approach on 121.2.
contact Medea approach on 121.2. Set COM 1 standby 121.2.
COM 1 standby set to 121.2.
Medea approach Cessna 6 Bravo Golf at 1,000 feet. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 256 Bravo Golf, Merida approach. Good afternoon, Ciudad de Ma, Sirida, QNH 1017.
Cessna approach Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, QNH 1017. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Say again, you are unreadable.
Medea approach Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. 2NH 1017.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Say again, you are unreadable.
Medea approach Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. QNH 1017. Hilarious. Good morning, Iowa.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Altitude restrictions cancelled. Maintain VFR altitudes.
Maintain VFR altitude Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, where are you headed?
I'm doing a sightseeing tour. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, Roger. Continue your sightseeing tour. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, go ahead with your request.
I don't have a request. What is the town at our 12 o'clock?
Oh, that's Chaburna Puerto right at our 12 o'clock. It's a quaint little place, you know. My friend Toby once tried to impress a girl there by pretending to be a fisherman. He ended up catching a cold instead of any fish. Classic Toby!
Yeah, it sounds a little different than she did the last time I was using her. That's pretty neat. Yeah, when I was taking off from Merida, man, my frames were like, or frame times were like bad, really, really, really bad. I assume it was all the scenery there, but like right now, I mean, it's fine. So I may have to kind of look at how I'm doing it and see if, yeah, if something's wrong there. So. like it a lot. I like it a lot. It's much. I was using Pilot to HTC before, and yeah, this is a lot. It's a lot better. It's not cheap, but so I tried the free to begin with, and I used it a little bit, and enough that I wanted to try it more, and so I bought a month, and pretty sure I'm going to buy a year, and so that because I just kind of like how it kind of forces you to kind of use the like proper phraseology, so that's a lot better than what Pilot to HTC was doing. So. Yeah, I figure I have a Navigraph subscription. It's really no different. So, and it sounds like the that it's going to get it's constantly being developed, and also the price of AI is coming down. So so that also is true. So, and Brian there, the developer, he's really receptive. If I have like an issue and I post it, I mean, it was he's quite responsive. So. Yeah, because I was at the SayIntentions booth, and I was talking to an older gentleman, and I was telling him I was using Pilot to HTC, and he didn't seem to know what that was. But I'm almost thinking it may have been Brian's dad. so there was a possibility that's why that was true. So, but I didn't use it there. You know, when I streamed, the last time I streamed, quite a few people in the stream kind of says, yeah, you really need to try this. So I did, and I'm hooked. There's no question about it. So. So we're kind of just doing sightseeing tour down along the coastline of Mexico. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. So let me. So this is where we're going. We're going to follow this coastline along, and we're going to end up at this. Going to follow this coastline along, and then we're going to end up at here. So we're just going along the coastline here. What's the town up here on our 1 o'clock?
Oh, that's Hunukma at our 1 o'clock. It's a small town, quite charming in its own way. My friend Toby once tried to start a llama farm there. He thought llamas were just fluffy horses. Turns out they're not. He got spat on more times than he could count. Classic Toby!
Yeah, when I was using Pilot to ATC, I would have, I mean, sometimes when I come in to like do a touch and go or something like that, it always seemed to, it was pretty easy for it to get confused. And so when I heard about this, I kind of like went, well, I'll try it like I said, just do the free 24 hours, and then if it seems okay, then do it for a month. And all everything I've done, so I've done this flight, I did a test flight on this flight plan, and it all like seemed to work out just fine. So when I got up to the airport here, it gave me a left base to land, and so it's been pretty good. I kind of like the tour guide. That's kind of cool. Where if you're flying, I'm flying here in an area I don't know, and it's kind of cool where you can kind of if you see something that you're interested in, you can ask a question, to what this is, what it is, or anything. So. And every once in a while, she just pops up and says something. So, because I'm using Janet right now, and she's a little different, but that's okay. It's all meant to be fun. It's amazing out through here, like how got this narrow strip of land, and then the ocean's on the other, or the Caribbean is on the other side. Caribbean, yeah, I think it is. It's like if they get too big a storm, I mean, do they like have to like evacuate or what? Because there's no high ground there at all. I mean, so it just seems a little weird. That is just a little sliver of land there. Yeah, they have like a VR app that it's like a plug-in for X-Plane, and I tried to use it and it didn't work. It was the fonts and stuff I could not. There's a adjustment where you can adjust the font size, the VR font size, and I adjusted it and it didn't. It made it better, but it isn't. It's not readable. So when I was using Pilot to ATC, I used OBR Toolkit to bring that in, and so I just did the same thing with the desktop window, and that seems to work. So I can see when approach or tower or whatever kind of replies to me, I can kind of see what they said. Especially like at the beginning when I was getting permission to taxi to the active. I seen what it was, so it was pretty easy to do the read back, and make sure you got everything. So. Yeah, so we got a pretty good overcast deck up above us, but it's up at maybe 6,000-7,000 feet if I remember correctly. So I was a little concerned when I first loaded into the Merida. It said like marginal VFR, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. But when I got loaded in, then it wasn't that bad. So. Okay, I'll be all right. But I really don't like flying in blue sky. I really like clouds. So it's just not realistic.
At our 12 o'clock, you'll spot the DC-3. It's a relic from the golden age of aviation, just sitting there like a giant metal bird that forgot how to fly. My friend Toby once tried to live in it for a week to connect with the past. He ended up getting locked inside and had to be rescued by the local fire department. Classic Toby!
Yeah, with Pilot to ATC, I really never did like flight following and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of cool that it's kind of you can do it kind of like what you do in real life. So. So the flight today, I guess, is going to be about an hour and a half or something like that. So not as long as my previous one. So. The other thing I liked is you can go on the, I think it's called Pilot Portal, if I remember right. I mean, you can actually go look at the your previous flight, so you can actually look at all the communications with the tower and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of neat, where you can, if you had a problem, you can kind of go back and kind of look and see what the issue was and that kind of stuff. So that also is kind of something I didn't when I first started using it, didn't think of that it actually would have that. So, but it's got to help them kind of make sure that fix issues and that kind of stuff. So. it sounds like my Bigscreen.com force feedback yoke, the CLS60. It sounds like it left on its way to me yesterday. So it's kind of weird what they got to do. So it's gonna go by truck from Singapore to Hong Kong. That seems like an awfully long trip by truck, but that's what it's gonna do. And the reason is that they'll save $100 in the VAT tax or VAT doing this. So it goes to Hong Kong, then it gets loaded on an airplane, and it flies to me. So that's kind of cool. So we're closer, but it's still got a bit of a road trip to do before it can actually fly. So, because when I first heard that, I went, "How far is that away from each other?" And then I looked at it on the map and went, "Oh my word, that's a long ways by truck." So, and then with the CrowdStrike fiasco going on, I was like, okay, so how much will that bother it? But if it's going to be on a truck, probably not that much. So now when it gets applied, that may be a different story, but going by truck, that's just a long road trip. At least that's what I would assume, anyhow. So I see all these round, I'll ask. Is this round body of water a sinkhole?
Oh, that round body of water below us? That's actually a cenote, which is a natural sinkhole resulting from the collapse of limestone bedrock that exposes groundwater underneath. Quite fascinating, really. My friend Toby once tried to dive into one of these cenotes to impress some locals. He ended up getting stuck halfway and had to be rescued by a group of elderly tourists. Classic Toby!
if the weather's report is right where we're going, it looks like it's you at 20. Be it that'd be 2,000. You at 2,000. So it's few, but it still could be entertaining. Because these spots here are pretty high right now. So what town is at our 12 o'clock?
Oh, that's Chuburna Puerto right at our 12 o'clock. It's a quaint little place, you know. My friend Toby once tried to impress a girl there by pretending to be a fisherman. He ended up catching a cold instead of any fish. Classic Toby!
That's pretty cool. looks like we got about 50 more miles to go. Yeah, the airports down here, they're quite spread out, so it's kind of hard to do a three airport stream in kind of the amount of time I wanna put in a stream. So like I said, this will be 2, so a takeoff and a landing, but there's no airports in between these two. So, and also I'm kind of spending some time along the coastline too, so it's just kind of trying to show off the what the new version of Total Mexico looks like. So I'm doing that too. So. Especially since I have SayIntentions, I'll probably refly some of the earlier flights I did. So. Especially having the tour guide, that'll be kind of interesting, because there's quite a few features that I was seeing along the way that would be good to kind of ask, what is that?
At our 1 o'clock, you'll see La Costa. It's quite a sight from up here. My friend Toby once tried to set up a beachside lemonade stand there. He didn't realize it was turtle nesting season and ended up with more turtles than customers. Classic Toby!
Yeah, you can see them clouds are lower. Quite a bit lower. Yeah, the airport I'm going to, it says the METAR is 7 statute of miles scattered at, we scattered at 1,000. broken at 15. Yeah, this will be entertaining. Oh well. That'll be a great way to end the stream. you get this overcast, there's a chance it's going to rain. That's pretty overcast. But at least it's not as bad as it used to be, you know, where if you had like a dark cloud over top of you, it had to rain. So it's like, no, it doesn't have to rain. So that part's much more realistic now. You're just under a cloud deck. And they're not, it's not real dark. A little bit, but not real dark.
At our 1 o'clock, about 43 kilometers away, you can see a cenote. Cenotes are natural sinkholes resulting from the collapse of limestone bedrock that exposes groundwater underneath. They are quite fascinating geological formations. My friend Toby once tried to dive into one of these cenotes to impress some locals. He ended up getting stuck halfway and had to be rescued by a group of elderly tourists. Classic Toby!
Huh. This looks entertaining. Yeah, when I get about 15 miles out, I'll go ahead and switch over to a tower for, what is that? Ingerno. Alberto. Com 1 standby 118.500.
Com 1 standby set to 118.5.
according to the weather page, it says scattered at 1900. So kind of funny. It's yeah, like right up above, like right out here. Yeah, that's scattered for sure. That over there, not so much. So we're coming up on our second to last fix, so free to approach. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Cancel flight following.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, Roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Okay. So we went to, yep, so we're 1200 alt. And we'll flip over to here. Tower Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, 12 miles out, inbound to land.
Cessna 256, Bravo Golf, Campeche Tower, enter left downwind for runway 34.
Enter left downwind for runway 34, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Three, four. Three, four. Just did a double check to make sure that the runway I was given is the one that I wanted. Hello, how are you doing today? I'm having lots of fun. We're flying along the coast of Mexico. So we flew from here. We flew along the coastline, kind of looking at the new water features of X-Plane 12. And we're about 10 miles from the airport, getting ready to land. So I've gotten clearance to land, so I'm using SayIntentions for ATC, and I am quite happy with how it's working. So we've been given left downwind for runway 34, and looks like I'm pretty close to. I've dialed it in on my heading bug, and it looks like I'm pretty close to being lined up for it. So that's going to be kind of nice. Won't have to work too hard to get the approach lined up. So how far are we? Okay, so we're on our final fix. And pretty close here. I'll take it out of autopilot and hand fly it in. So using two scenery packages. One is I'm X-World. SimHaven X-World and Total Mexico. Absolutely. Alrighty, you better get my feet back on the rudder pedal so I can fly the plane. Alrighty. Autopilot off. Get rid of the yokes. Try to find an airport. The airport's 4 miles away, so you would think I should find it by now. 3, 4. So is it right there? It almost looks like it is. Yeah. That's what it says on my map. 3, 4. Just making sure I've got this lined up right. Yep, that's got to be it. So, yeah. So 3 miles out. Ooh, getting kind of kicked a little bit here. Kind of interesting. Oh yeah, that's got to be the runway. Yep, that'll turn out okay. Yeah, there's a runway. Okay, dokie. Elevation 34, so we're just about right for pattern. $34 feet. So I'm on the downwind of 3-4. Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 34.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, continue approach runway 34, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 34, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Okay. Get some power out. Retrain the plane a little bit here to get rid of some airspeed. Come on, let's slow down. First notch flaps. We're a bit high. We'll figure it out. Yeah, what I like probably the best about X-Plane VR is the VR controller support is the best, no doubt. So I fly with still high here. Pull back a little more power. Whoops. Didn't quite get enough notch of flaps in there. So I fly with a physical yoke and rudder pedals. And then I use VR controllers for everything else, so. Alrighty, where's the runway at? It's right there, okay. So, let it drop, though. So, I find with Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's like it's been designed to fly with a mouse, and for some reason I think I'm lower than I really am, but we'll see here. Yeah, I guess we're okay. We're not too bad. We're too high. Just it's kind of an optical illusion. There we go. Okay. We'll be okay. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf on final. Come on.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, welcome to Campeche. Taxi to parking at your discretion, and just keep monitoring this frequency.
Taxi to parking, monitor this frequency, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Alrighty, we got a taxi line here. I don't think so. That's a road. And pull you out far enough? Okay. Maybe here. Taxi line, where are you? There you are. So parking at my discretion, okay. Get up past the whole short line here. There we go. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, clear of active runway 34. You too. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, welcome to Campeche. taxi to parking at your discretion, and just keep monitoring this frequency.
Monitor this frequency, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Oh, over here. Over here, I think. Yep, looks like the right kind of airplanes over here. Yeah, it all went really, really, really well. I'm pretty happy. Hello, tugboat. Alrighty, spin around here. So I assume these are static planes. I don't know why, when you put so many static planes in, then you don't have any place for like real airplanes to park. Alrighty. Okay, so, everything's good. Turn this off. Pull that back. That off, that off. Loads off. Turn that off. Whoops. Whoops. Got to put my flaps up. Yeah, that too, yeah. This wasn't too bad. Yeah, this is good here. So, I mean, I'm really happy, like, at this airport. The one I left at, dude, it's bad. But this is pretty good. So, before I run, I'll kind of like, I like to kind of show like where I'm running stuff. So I'm running an i9 13900K with a 4090. So this is where my graphics is. So I don't have Sync enabled. Every once in a while I don't think it because I'm running a NVIDIA card, I think it doesn't help, and I think it hurts every once in a while, but I'm not sure. So what I've done here is I've turned this to none. That's enabled. But what I have done is I have increased my super sampling. So on my Beyond, so I'm rendering 2980 by 2980. The native is like 2580. So I'm super sampling it a bit to and that kind of let's see all this. Okay. And even though it's grayed out, the OpenXR runtime, that's enabled. So I'm using that. So zoom flight. So when I like look at these poles, I don't see hardly any shimmering on them, you know. I see a little bit of shimmering on the thing that's on the back of the tug. That's not the tug. There's like a ladder thing. And I see some shimmering on that. It's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. So, but one thing is kind of weird. If I jump out here, yeah. So when I jump out here, there's kind of something on my headset. So when I move my headset back and forth, there's kind of like what it almost looks like is like a Fresnel, like the Fresnel lenses. It almost looks like that. You know, it's kind of bizarre. And I think it's got to be related to the textures, but it is kind of bizarre. And I don't see it in the cockpit. I see it when I'm out here on the ground, kind of just sitting here. So, but other thing I wanted to show was this. Where's the plane at? Oh, there we go. So I'm using the SayIntentions livery. I need to change the call sign, the number, because mine's 256 Bravo Golf. And I need to figure out how to do that. And, but the livery looked kind of cool. And I kind of thought I'd fly I'd pick up that livery. So jump back in the airplane. Whoops. Ain't quite lined up, Bill. Close. So, so that's kind of the deal with my how I'm running. So it's a Bigscreen Beyond, and with the audio strap. So I was fortunate that I pre-ordered this on the very first day you could, and I also pre-ordered the audio strap, and I got it in. I got the Bigscreen Beyond in November of 2023, and I got the audio strap in April of 2024. So I've had the audio strap for 3 months or something like that, and just love the comfort. Just love the comfort. It's so nice. So, but so let me see if I can take a pass at this. Heck, I think it is. Where do you call home? Man, it is really overcast. Oh, I'm sorry. Where do you call home? I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania, so I just happen to be flying in Mexico. No way. No way. I ordered a FlightSim.com yoke, and it's coming from Singapore. That's too funny. That is too funny. So they to get to get by $100 VAT. Basically, it's going to be trucked from Singapore to Hong Kong, and then it's going to fly to America by plane. That is hilarious. Yeah, I guess it could be. The yoke's heavy. It's a force feedback yoke, and it weighs about 20 pounds. 9.2 kilograms, I think it's what it is. So, oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm hearing. So, that's interesting. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Right now, I'm running a Fulcrum 1 yoke. So, so this yoke's from the UK, and I like it. I like it a lot. But when I seen it's called a CLS 60 is what I'm getting, and when I seen it with force feedback, I went, oh, that's pretty cool. So my cockpit is pretty simple. It's like my yoke, physical yoke, and then MFG crosswind pedals, and then all other interaction is with like VR controllers or with voice command. So yeah, this is the throw on the yoke is like what a real 172 is. So, and I trained I have 108 hours in a 172. So it's been a few years now since I was in it, but that's gonna be a lot of fun. So, but that's hilarious. So. But that's basically how I fly in VR. So I run, it's kind of minimalistic. So just two physical devices and then VR controllers for all the other interactions. Or I have plane command. So that allows me to like set comm frequencies and that kind of stuff. So, and then SayIntentions for the ATC services. So. Cool. Alrighty, I think I'm gonna call it a day. So it went quite well. I thought when we got here, the ceilings were going to be pretty low, and they absolutely are. Because it says, yeah, it's scattered at 1,000. No, I'd call that broken, not scattered. So, but I went to Flight Sim Expo in Las Vegas in the end of June, and I got to actually meet the developer of the yoke I'm getting, and actually try one out for real, because I ordered it. When did I order that? Been ordered for a month or so, and but I got to meet the developer and try one out for real. So that was pretty cool, you know, where you could kind of get a feel of what it's going to feel like. So, but so it sounds like the journey from Singapore to Hong Kong is about 4 or 5 days by truck, and then from there, then it's going to get on an airplane and fly the rest of the way. So. Because you could pick shipping by sea, or you could pick by air, and I'm too impatient, so I picked the air. Yeah, if Microsoft So my VR issue with Microsoft Flight Simulator is this. So right now, if I grab a hold of my throttle, pull a trigger, and just move it a little bit, I can move that the slightest little bit. Trim wheel, same way, just the slightest little bit. Try to do that in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Use a VR controller and try to move the trim wheel the slightest amount, like you would do. Like if when I was coming in to land, I just threw it down. You know, I mean, if you did that in Microsoft Flight Simulator, it would generally not do anything for the first throw, and maybe the second throw, and then it would end up about the little indicator would be all the way to the bottom. That would make an entertaining landing. But if you try to do the same thing with the mouse, it works fine. So 2 years ago, Flight Sim Expo was in Houston, and I met Jorg there, and I asked him, you know, I says, I told him what the problem was, and so I told him, I says, you know, I says, I asked the question, I says, I know you fly in VR, so do you use a mouse or do you use VR controllers? And he goes, well, I use a mouse. And I said, it shows. I said, because the VR controllers are bad. I mean, really bad. And so I waited a year and nothing ever changed. So this year, he was there again, you know, so he's got a line of people, maybe 3 or 4 people. I just waited my turn. And so as I walk up to him, he says, we've met before. I says, yes, we have. I says, last year in Houston. And I says, the problem I had then, I still have. And I explained it to him. And I went, at the very least, can you like get it fixed for 2024? And he just kind of looks at me. He goes, well, that should be fixed in 2020. He says, that isn't right. I went, okay. Well, no, so I'm kind of waiting to see if in one of these updates they actually fix it. Because it's obvious. Because that's what I told him. I said, please, 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 get a VR controller and try to adjust the controls, you know, and you tell me and see what you find. I mean, I know it will be bad, you know, and I mean, and it's kind of like, that can't be acceptable, but if the majority of the people using Microsoft Flight Simulator don't use VR controllers and use a mouse, then that's why it is what it is, so. Yes. Yeah, the worst ones I find, I can kind of figure the switches and stuff. I can kind of figure them. The knobs, they can be a pain, you know. But the analog, the analog stuff, so throttles, mixture, trim for what? Trim's the worst. Trim is the worst, and so hopefully that'll be fixed. But I've been disappointed before, so you know. So but it's why I enjoy flying in X-Plane for sure. But I've been it's coming up in Christmas. I'll be 6 years in X-Plane, so I've been flying in VR and X-Plane for a very long time. So, oh, no doubt, no doubt. I mean that feature, you know, is so cool. You know, where you can get like a plane. You bought a plane, and like say the knobs just aren't working quite right. I mean, it isn't that difficult to kind of figure out how to make it much better. So yeah, that part of it is a lot better. So, but yeah, but I agree with you. The visuals in Microsoft Flight Simulator, yeah, they because they're streaming and that makes a big difference. So, but I actually find like what I'm seeing like down here with Total Mexico. First of all, he did like he went through all of the he used Ortho for XP to create this, and then he went in and hand edited all the satellite imagery to remove all the clouds. So in all the scenery, you won't see a cloud in any of it. And the other thing he did was use a better heights map, so that like when we're along the coast, so we don't see the mountains, but when you are by the mountains, you actually see the washes and stuff. I mean, because the resolution of that mesh is much better than what default X-Plane is. So that looks a lot better too. So, you know. So when 12.1.0 beta, public beta come out, I was looking for some a scenery pack to fly with, and I was going to fly in Great Britain, but only the North was released, and I seen this, and I went, I think I'm gonna fly in Mexico for a while. So that's what I'm doing right now, just kind of flying along the coastline of Mexico. I got quite a ways to go. I didn't realize how big Mexico was. Yes. Yeah, you know, so I'm flying in a specific area, you know, so once I got it all downloaded, yeah, I'm good, you know, but jumping to another place, yeah, I'd have to do that for there too. I think so, you know. But, alrighty. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up, and we'll shut the stream down. So it flew, it did about what I wanted it to do. So, but thanks all for stopping by. And if you enjoyed this content, please click on the follow button. And so that when I go live, you'll get a notification. So. Yeah, they keep saying they're going to do it, but they seem kind of slow to get it implemented. I mean, when you think of how many developers they have, you kind of it's kind of surprising it's taken them that long, you know? You too. Thanks much for stopping by. All have a great day. Goodbye.